welcome to World Cup Watchalongs. It's me, Chris Brack. It's him, Kev O'Sullivan. We're back again. We thought we'd do a Sunday, and I've managed to get back very quickly from the football, so we're able to do one. How you doing, Kev?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, this is the first England game that we've actually been able to do with the way the
with the timings and everything. Yeah.
So
let's go for the line.
I've just got them coming out of the tunnel now. I'll go through the lineups. You got Senegal with Mendy and Go, Sablé, Koulibaly, Diallo, and Jacobs at left back. Cease and Mendy as your two holding mids. Diatta, Ndiaye, Sarr, and Dia up front. Looks like probably be a 4-2-3-1. Look to play on the break.
Mm-hmm.
The two wide players they got in Sarr and Diatta are quick. You know, they're lively, so they'll need to be watched. But in general, it's going to be it's a side that's built to defend. So we'll see how it goes. A few players missing for them. For England, Gordon Pickford and Go, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw across the back line. Jordan Henderson, Declan Rice, and Jude Bellingham across the midfield three, with Saka, Kane, and Foden up top. I mean, that's a pretty balanced England side. It's got a bit of everything in it. It's going to be an interesting game because you're in, with the fact now you're into knockout football, you've got two sides who are really experienced in this format, in this type of knockout football. So Senegal are a side who literally won the AFCON on the back of having a really solid defence, keeping 5 clean sheets in the tournament. They're a side that's built to hold out and counter. But unlike the AFCON, they don't have a Sadio Mane to cause a threat the other way. So, I'm looking forward to it. Good. I'm glad to see Jordan Henderson playing. It's good to see him in the midfield. He'll offer that balance to hopefully allow Jude Bellingham to bomb on, and we'll give him a bit of a free roll, see how he plays. But yeah, all in all, it should be a good watch. I'm hopeful for it being a good watch anyway.
It should do. I mean, I think the only thing the news has come out again is no Sterling in the squad. He's away for personal reasons too. So
yeah,
I think if he wasn't for that, I do think Sterling would have started, because I think Southgate would have gone with known experience. But listen, Foden wide left, Saka wide right. It's pace, it's technique, it's and in Foden, it's a proven winner.
Yeah, it's got a bit of everything in that England front line. If you want to go long and direct, you've got Harry Kane who can hold it up. Be interesting to see who Kane pulls onto, or if he stays away from Koulibaly, or he drops in deeper, allowing the other two to bomb on and give maybe the free roll that Jude Bellingham should have. Be interesting, because that'll be the one to see who he goes with. I mean, Kyle Walker getting his second start on the back, second start in the bounce. He hasn't really been playing much. He hasn't been playing at all. There's no warm-up friendlies or anything before the tournament, and he was injured coming into it. So he's played this is going to be his second game on the bounce. But you should see him probably doing an hour, and then they have options. If you're in a position where you need to sit in, fine, you bring on Kieran Trippier. If you're in a position where you have to go and get something, you bring on Trent. You have options. He has options on the bench. But
yeah, I mean, I saw for England, you've got Rashford to come off the bench, who's in form goals wise. Grace come off the bench, just to give him a bit of flair, and also he's very good at winning cheap free kicks and stuff like that. So there are options. Mount potentially, and there's Calvin Phillips. So we'll see from there. So I've just gone to an advert. So I think it's just on the national anthem.
Yeah.
So
I'm just here. I was just looking at the bench there. I mean, people talk about the French squad and the Spanish and the Brazilians being deep. This England squad is deep enough. Even to everyone in the chat, hope you're all good. Please smash the like button if you could. It'd be really helpful. Chuck us in your predicted scores, guys. See, how do you guys in the chat see this one going? Because I see England winning it, but I think it might be maybe a 2-0, a 2-1 type of game.
Yeah, I can see England making hard work of it.
Yeah. One thing that Senegal are weak on, they're very weak on set pieces. They're really weak on corners, and it's a strength for England.
Yeah, so That'd be an interesting thing. I think they'll sit deep, which I don't know if that negates a little bit of the impact of a sector on the break, or well, it's probably like Foden's in. He's getting a bit more of a creative spark. Hannah's got 3-0 England. Justin's got 2-1 England. So all good.
Is this the watch along where we see Chris will be as enthusiastic as Kev? Possibly. Doubt it, but you never know.
I'll be honest, all my enthusiasm's already been took out of me because
he's had a good day today.
I've had a good day. I went to watch the women. We beat West Ham 2-0. Controlled it pretty comfortably. Opened an 8-point gap from bottom of the league. So I'm buzzing at the moment. I'm happy. So the only thing is, I still can't feel my feet because it was absolutely Baltic, and I was definitely regretting the not wearing 2 pairs of socks. Definitely.
Well, no, what you needed was a proper beanie. You know what I mean?
I did need a beanie as well. To be fair,
you needed a proper bubble hat, and that would warm you from the top down, mate, and keep the heat in. That's what you want to do. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll show them the lineups now. Quite a few yellows. There's about four guys on yellows there. So Idrissa Gueye's suspended. Is Chekiati injured? He's injured, isn't he? I don't think he's suspended, is he?
I think he's injured.
Yeah, so 2 big losses for Senegal because they both would have started, I would have thought, if they were.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I'm at the minute now. It looks like Senegal having
a huddle for me.
Yeah, Senegal just kicked off. England took the knee, as they customarily do. And
so, do you want to pause then? I'll show.
I've already paused. I'm just waiting for you. I'm just waiting for you.
Archie Doolan's got 2-2 Penos. Rashford last Peno.
Karma would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
the thing is,
that's what we did that with Colombia, didn't we?
Yeah, you got Mbappe now, who's out on 5 goals at the minute for the tournament. So there's going to be some catch up for anyone who's got any hope of getting involved in that conversation.
I don't see Kane catching him up now. He's been involved, but he's kicked off. Sorry.
No, yeah, he won't. But there's one thing England have been doing is pressing the ball, and they've been doing it at a good rate and with good organization. So we'll see if that continues. But Senegal, ball back from Pickford to Pickford, and he just hikes it into the.
Not the best kick clearance, was it?
No, but it was on his weaker left foot, and it is when it comes back to him at that angle and that pace, it's just literally get it out, get it safe. Yeah, I think Senegal are in with a chance anyway, Hannah. But you put Sadio Mane into this side, and they are a bit of a different beast. You know,
you would be a lot more worried if Sadio Mane was playing.
100%.
That's because he's so good. That's also because he's so good.
Yeah, that's Mendy on the ball, back to. Oh, what's his name? 22 centre back next to Koulibaly. Is it Allo or Allo?
Dallo, is it?
Diallo, yeah, Diallo.
Yeah. Should we call him your man?
No, he's not your man. This is Diallo. He plays for RB Leipzig, I think.
I love how we all know now that Argentinian fella's called your man because we can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, forget about it. He had a good game as well the other night. But here's England with the ball. John Stones.
Evening, Avo.
How you doing, Avo? How you going, mate? It's the one thing that England have been, I suppose. I don't know if it's guilty of doing or whatever, but they've been holding the ball at the back, drawing sides out, and then looking to go, which is, I know it's early doors. Get people comfortable. Get rid of the early game nerves.
I also wonder if it's just a tactic to get used to, perhaps when they play. Yeah, that, and also when they play France, that's probably the tactic for if they get through and play France is they want to keep the ball deep, play it round, because it's like. So I wonder if they're being told play the way you're going to play if you play a big one of the bigger nations, because
Phil Foden on the break, ball cut out by fullback Cisse, I think his name is, and turned over for Salabi. Cut that out and it's back to Diallo, out to Diatta, and back to Salabi.
Looks like last day of the cricket's going to be exciting, isn't it?
I haven't been really paying it. I mean, I've seen the scores. I watched a bit of it today, but to be honest, I've been so busy today. It's Jordan Henderson has an England throw. Yeah,
because England got over 657 in the first inning, so it was always like, how will Pakistan react to that? Because it's a similar pitch. I think they're out for 5-7 hours, so it showed you it was a batting wicket.
Yeah.
I think England went quite aggressive, declared with 2-6-4. So I think, and they're 80 for 2 at the moment. Pakistan. Go on, whip it. Yeah. So Pakistan need to get 263 on a day 5 wicket. So
yeah, but it's not a traditional day 5.
Makes it a bit of an it's going to make it an interesting finish because on that type of wicket, 263 is gettable, but it's scoreboard pressure. So it does at least make it a exciting last day. If you're able to sit up and watch it.
This is one of those weird free kick or goal kick routines I just don't get. What is Koulibaly doing playing it to Mendy so Mendy can launch it? Why? I just don't understand that logic. What's the point? Well, it's back with Pickford now. John Stones.
I mean, it worked anyway, whatever it did.
Yeah, it's just silly. Maguire.
Did you see the France game, by the way? I've just seen the score. So
I saw about the last 20 minutes of it. That was...
Giroud's broke the record, doesn't he?
Senegal in Dia. Well, it's good covering by Maguire.
Should be able
to was silly from Shaw and Foden on that side of the pitch.
Does well then, Maguire.
Yeah, he does. All he had to do is just
get his body
slow him up, block him off. He's had a decent tournament, to be fair.
He has. I mean, he's very much a man to take the mickey out of, which everyone does. But credit where it's due. He's actually he's been fine this tournament. Yeah, exactly. Him and Stones actually, to be fair, have done all right.
Well, it looks like when England are going forward, Shaw's been given the license to go. Walker's been told to sit and stay.
Sit and play make it a back
sit
three.
Sit and play and make it a back 3 when you're on the ball.
Which is possible they put Saka in on the right then to almost like become like a bit of a hybrid wing back and a winger, just to use his pace. Which would make sense because you don't want to pressure it. You don't know how fit Walker is, do you?
No. But it's good pressing from Senegal. Forcing England to go all the way across the back into midfield. Bellingham.
Fallon Bellingham.
Yeah, I think it was one of those soft ones.
Don't hurt our signing. Come on.
There was nothing in that.
Yeah. Good screen, though.
Wasn't even a foul.
It's amazing what a good screen does, though, Kev.
Oh yeah.
There's
Happy Harold up in the posh seats.
The saviour of football.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Get a chance to see the replays later, Kev. It's Kerry Holland's goal as well if we watch to put Liverpool 1 up.
Yeah, we'll have a look later. I mean, they can't take any luxuries at the back, England. They're good on the ball at the back, but you need out balls. You need someone to come short. That's good from Henderson. Plays it on.
MC saying, boys, how good was Mbappe today? I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of the France game. I just know he scored 2. So I saw
the last
comment on it. That's it.
I saw the last 20 minutes, and he took the goals well. From the bits that I listened to the pundits after, they were saying that Matt Cash did fairly well against him, but as well as you can expect to do against someone like that.
Archie 6:38. We're on 6:24 at the moment, so we're 15 seconds behind, so not too bad.
Yeah. They're going to play on Bellingham's youth and hope to try to get him booked early, but this is a good angle for Shaw to put one into the box. Look for
he's not renowned
the routine.
He's not renowned Bellingham though for being hot. Hey, he's renowned. He has got quite a mild temperament, I would say.
Yeah, this one should be going to Harry Maguire in the back post. Nope, they've gone to Kyle Walker. They've gone the other way.
Volley
Rice. Good routine.
Sort of different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Phil Foden. Kane. Turns like
that's a foul.
Semi.
That was a foul. That.
Yeah, it's just a foul. Nothing more than that.
Nothing more. But something a bit more inventive, isn't it? Rather than just lump it in, trying to change the angle. I mean, it does look off.
Rice was well on.
It was Foden who's off.
Yeah.
Probably just give Rice a bit too much to do, I would say.
I think he shinned it a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest one to get across.
Yeah,
that's one way you take Koulibaly and that out of the equation is play it around them.
it's good pressing by Saka.
Keeper does well there. That's what he needs to do, though.
Yeah, it's good pressing.
Because Mendy is.
We know that Mendy's awful with his feet.
Good keeper, but ball at his feet, a bit like the hair, doesn't like it at all. It's not his game.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty average Premier League keeper, to be honest. I think they paid 20 million for him, and that's about his value. I don't think there's anything special about him. He's capable of having the odd madness and having the odd, top game, but in general, there's plenty of mistakes in him.
Avil, just have your tea on your knee and just watch the game with us. What's wrong with you, man? Outrageous behaviour.
Maguire into.
Surprised you've not got your beanie on, mate, to keep you warm. Oh, well done, Bellingham. Cuts in. Wide left.
Should be playing there.
Whips it in. Keeper tips it. It's back out to Saka here on the right. Walker, he's back again. Mendy probably did England a favour there by tipping it. I think if he just left it, I think he'd have sailed high and wide, and I don't think Saka would have got it.
I think he's saying the ball has got a puncher. There's a lot of them been complaining about that the balls are a bit soft or something.
Oh, right, okay.
That's really good play from Bellingham. On his weaker left foot as well. Look at that for a cross.
I know, not bad that, is it? He's right to have his hands up in the air going, what more do you want?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't think Kane was ever anywhere near it, but that's the kind of freedom you want given to someone like him.
He's still saying predominantly left, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, but you can see.
I thought they might let him go a bit more central, just to do what he wants.
No, I think what you're seeing is with him and Luke Shaw on that side being the predominant sides that are going forward. You'll get them two linking up with Foden and get a triangle that way. And you have the security blanket on the other side. So even if they do switch it, if they lose the ball and Senegal look to switch it, you're covered off with Kyle Walker on that side. So it's actually a really good way of playing. It's Foden. Nice switch of play out to Saka. Try and isolate the left back.
Kane's going far too over. He needs to stay more central than what he's doing.
Yeah. But England are dominating the ball. There's Henderson.
I'm still looking at Kane's fit anyway.
Henderson looking. That's a brilliant. Oh, unlucky. And he did everything there for Kane. But, what are you supposed to do?
Bellingham does well to recover the ball, to be fair to him.
Yeah. And Kane has just sat there waiting for the ball to arrive to him instead of going to meet it.
Oh, MC's in perfect sync with us, so he'll get the full flow of this.
Nice one. We're 11 minutes in at the minute, and still 0-0. England are dominating the ball without working Mendy too much early doors, but I'll be happy with the start.
Yeah, Thor is saying, not sure Kyle Walker versus Mbappe solves all the problems if England win tonight. Giroud and Dembele will be playing too. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, Dembele, sure, and Giroud's clever movement.
Yeah, but playing against Giroud is nothing new to Stones and Maguire. They've played against him for years. They know exactly what he's all about. There's no great surprises in that French side for any of the English players, to be honest.
Not falling for England there. Maguire covers over at left back. Chips it down the line.
He's onside here,
Kate's got it. Ridiculously overhit cross. Absolutely ridiculous overhit cross there.
Yeah, I think he was onside.
I think he was.
Was he? Was he? Yeah, he was,
Yeah, he was.
Good play.
Overhit.
Poor from Malo, from Diallo there, just walking out.
Saka's never going to get that the way he smashed it, though. He's never got anywhere near that.
No, but he has to hit it with pace. There's no point in floating that one across. It'll get cut out. You have to bang it with pace.
He's complaining he's got a boot in the back.
Yeah, get on with the sunshine.
How much contact there was, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he's that fussed about it.
And ball that Bellingham, I think.
It was natural.
Good.
He was holding himself up on the ground. That's good hold up play, and he got. That's a good ball by Henderson.
Yeah, Kane just got launched in the air then.
Yeah, let's have a look and see where that, because that looked a bit late on. Clash of knees there, it's nothing. Yeah, he's just over his foot, isn't he?
Yeah. Not quite as bad as he made out, like, but yeah, it's just studs on top, which would be sore. It'll be sore. Not sure.
That's going to be a sore one if he's wearing blades and that comes straight down his foot. That'd be a nasty one. Not
sure he needed the pirouette though. Pickford launches that clear. Flicked on. Foden trying to get around the back. Defend as well, actually. Bellingham's got it back. Koulibaly's too powerful for him there. Bellingham and Koulibaly going for it again. That's a throw to England. Good battle, that. Kev's give up the ghost. He's had enough of this already. Luke Shaw out wide. Kane trying to thread it through. No, overhit.
Sorry about that,
mate. Kane's looking a bit laboured on the ball, I would say. He's just got the ball again, just tried to overhit a through pass again. Bellingham.
I honestly think his best position is in a 10.
I think, to be honest, I think he actually probably wants to play as a 10.
But it's having so much.
He's just so effective as a 9. That's why they pick him. But he'd be great. Kane as a 10 with another number 9 in front of it would be brilliant. I suppose the only question is, has he got enough mobility in his ankles now?
So you'd have to play to that. You'd have to pick a side to play to that.
Joe does well there. Cuts in front again. Gets himself a free kick.
They're actually playing really clever, to be honest. Credit where it's due. I mean, Diatta has been. He's quick enough, Diatta.
I think they're trying to get Senegal to chase and to try and see if they can test their engines.
Yeah, there won't be a problem there.
Yeah, but in the heat in Qatar, you never know, do you? The last thing you want to do is chasing the heat. You don't want to be chasing the heat, do you?
I think it's that hot, mate. It's probably about 25, 26 degrees. They've been out there a good 3 weeks now. They're well acclimatized to it. And the one thing for the bulk of this England side is they didn't start the other night. Shaw looking for it.
Kane, terrible touch.
Kane. Here's Diatta on the ball. Looking for the quick one too. Yeah.
Run past Maguire. Oh no, Maguire's just about got in front there. He's done well there. Rice, not the best pass back to Stones, put him in trouble there. Goes out for a goal kick. Maguire playing for a shirt tug, but I think he just needs to be a bit stronger there, to be honest.
There's no harm in putting it to the linesman to watch for it. If you get in the future, happy days. But that's kind of like getting defenders to watch for, or telling the referee you've been pulled at corners. One of those.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, you don't get. Terrible touch. Poor for Walker, for fuck's sake. But
Saka does well.
Saka.
And Rice mops up. Ball back with Pickford. Plays it through the middle to Bellingham. Overhits the back pass there to
awful ball.
Walker just about keeps it in. Bit sloppy in the ball at the moment, England.
That was Bellingham almost hitting a ball where he expected someone to be rather than looking himself.
Yeah, was a little bit.
Can't do that.
Cool, guys in the chat. Let us know what you think of this so far. Any sort of big surprises? no real chance created yet. I suppose that's the only thing. For neither side.
It's early doors. You could almost say, look, Senegal will be happy enough at this. Nearly 20 minutes in, they've restricted England to pretty much.
Matt, we're on bang on 18 minutes now. 18-1, 18-2, 18-3, 18-4, 18-5. There we go. I mean, was it bang on half time? I think when France got their first goal.
It was it was a minute to go at it was a first minute of injury time in the first half. When they got their first one. The thing is, I
think for the favourite. I think favourites in each of these games. If you're the favourite, getting the goal for half time is always the key one. Because you just don't want it to drag on. Because that's when the nerves kick in. Then that's when you get people on edge and don't make a mistake.
Cool, Jude. So I need to be saying that to the ref. He ain't deaf.
Bet the atmosphere is good in there, though.
I wonder how it's coming across on the telly. I mean,
well, guys in the chat, let us know what's the atmosphere sound like on the telly, because we've got to listeners. We've got to watch this without the sound on, but you would expect it to be a good atmosphere.
Should be, but in all fairness, you got good cut out from Walker. Kane, you're offside. Sake.
Matt says it's very drummy.
Yeah. I mean, if I heard that trumpet in there, I know what I'd like to do with that. And
England want the corner. Oh, corner to England.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walker.
Just got to go into the front room, back a sec.
Yeah, good job, really, because Kane was nowhere there. He was miles offside, right? Corner for England. Can't see who's taking it. I'm assuming it'd be Shaw. He's at the cricket, Matt, the trumpet guy from the Barmy Army. He's probably at the cricket. Foden to take. Whips it in. Header over. Stones with the header, but it's comfortably over. Yeah, loses his runner. It doesn't really get any sort of direction on that at all. Off his shoulder. It was up too early, unfortunately. First half chance, I would say, for England. Good cut through from Shaw there. Right, so
I'm 100% with Thor on that.
Oh, the England band.
Yeah,
it's not for me, that. Running from behind, Pickford comes out, heads out for a throw. Good covering. From the corner, Kev, you didn't miss much. Stones gets in ahead, but it comes off his shoulder. High, wide, nowhere near. Sweep. Matt's that's what Pickford do. They sweep it up behind. I'm assuming he's giving a shout to Stones. Nutmeg through Walker that. Senegal nice into play. Cut out by Rice. Saka tries to clear it. Flick on behind Walker.
Ooh, that's
a bit late on Walker.
You'd have felt that one up to Koulibaly.
Good into play there by Senegal.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's no bad sides in this last 16.
Terrible clearance by Maguire. Cross comes to Senegal. He's hit it miles over.
Nah, mate. That was it. That's Sar, and that is gone high, wide, and handsome. They could probably ask for a pen, but they won't get it.
It's a terrible ball by Maguire.
Yeah, poor ball.
He's
onside.
Definitely onside.
Yeah, no, it's gone high, wide, and handsome. Should do better, really. It's a good ball across. Dia does really well to get across Stones.
Looking for a handball here on Stones.
No chance.
Hip onto the elbow. Don't think you're going to get that because it's deflection.
Yeah, it's a deflection.
Yeah.
But the way this World Cup is going, You never know.
It's a bad miss, that, I would say. No, can't even get a penalty for that because it deflects up off his hip.
Yeah, there is a VR check. It was onside, but
no, you never get a penalty. If that was given against you, you'd be fuming.
Oh, you would, Jay, especially because it's deflection. If there was no deflection,
what deflection it given?
Interesting.
Even if he is close, because he's making himself big, then, isn't he? So
yeah.
Right, Stones with the ball here in the right back position. Plays it up middle of the pitch. Kane tries to flick it on. No.
It's a good cut out.
Walker.
Kane, you've got to go and cut that ball off back to the keeper, man. You have to. How are you not getting there for that?
Don't think he can. I don't think he's got the mobility.
But you know what's good. You know what he's going to do.
Mm.
You know,
the mind's willing, but I don't think it's. I thought if only your name was Messi or Ronaldo. Yeah, if your name was Messi or Ronaldo, you probably are getting that penalty. To be fair, we have seen some very soft penalties.
Yeah, for sure. But in fairness, that's been the highlight of the first half so far. Is that half effort by Dia?
Yeah, because England have had one headed chance, which Stones makes a mess of. It comes off his shoulder. He's up too early for it, to be honest. But for all England's possession, they haven't really created much, to be honest.
No.
Kane's interplay hasn't been the best, I don't think, though.
There's the right ball to look for, but
Stones
if you're going to lose the ball, lose it there.
Give yourself time
to recover. Don't mind that so much.
All right. Who's this with it now?
Jordan Henderson. I mean, the only thing you'd say is that.
Oh, new stat, Kev. Ball recovery time 14 seconds versus 29. I don't really know if that's
how long you keep the ball for on the average possession. So,
Oh, it's ball recovery, so I assume that was how quickly you won it back.
Yeah.
Just very pedestrian passing at the moment, all around the back.
England are definitely playing 4-2-3-1 here. Rice and Henderson playing almost like 2 6s.
Which is probably the way they should go, because then it's letting the likes of Bellingham, Saka, and Foden have a bit more freedom.
I disagree completely. I think if they play 4-3-3 properly, like this situation at the minute, look who you got up forward now. You got Rice as your single 6, and then you've got 5 players ahead of him with at least one full back overlapping. That's 6.
I mean, Bellingham is playing predominantly left, isn't he? So
yeah, he's more advanced of the 3 for sure. It's good play from Foden and Saka. Nice.
Try to get the cross in. Maguire cuts it out. Just about. A little bit.
That should be a foul on Declan Rice or by Declan Rice.
It's clumsy, that.
Yeah.
Looking to get away with that.
The fact the ball was going out for a throw is irrelevant. You stopped him from going to get it.
Yeah.
That's a terrible pass by Walker. What are you playing at?
Pickford does well to keep control of that. Back to Maguire. So that sloppy passing's, I think, costing England a bit of momentum, really, isn't it?
They're cancelling each other out, aren't they? Yeah, to be fair, they're cancelling each other out.
Must admit, though, I think if England go 1-0 down...
Yeah, you do not want to be going down to these guys.
I don't think so. You want to draw them out.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Senegal, they're not going to get drawn. They're not going to get drawn out until the last 20.
No,
if it's still 0-0. I don't blame them because you play to your strengths, don't you? Another throw to England. Henderson to take.
I think Henderson's shout won that. I think it did come off Jordan Henderson, to be honest.
I thought he kicked it out.
Yeah, I think it was a good shout by Henderson.
He's learned that from the Jamie Carragher school of
linesman manipulation.
Yeah, Carragher loves shouting for throws that were never his.
Yeah, you can't do it for the blatant ones, but the contentious ones, if you do it now and again, you'll get a couple.
Carragher used to shout for ones that you just watch him. He just volley it out and say that's mine.
Yeah. So 10 out of 10 for effort now.
Yeah, Matt said if only England had fullbacks that could play line splitting long diagonals. Well,
but it's all well and good having that. Who are you hitting? Look up there. They're playing with 8 men behind the ball, 9 men behind the ball at times. And Kane doesn't look like he could trap a bag of cement at the minute.
I think he's got a bag of cement on his back at the moment.
That's no way to refer to Koulibaly. I know he's getting on, but
to be fair, he's not really played in Koulibaly, actually. He's pushed more.
Nah,
he's played away from him, which I don't blame him because he's good
playing for Diallo. That's a good ball for Walker.
Keeps it
that
in.
Did not go out. Did that go out?
He's not complaining, so I'd say probably. Oh, here's Mr. Diouf.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that dirty, spitting scoundrel. Not a very nice human being.
No.
Not a very nice man. I tell you what, Derek Chisora could have done with having that left jab like Saka last night. I tell you.
I didn't watch the fight. I just heard.
You didn't miss much.
I heard a few saying if they weren't friends, Tyson could have knocked him out in round 3. So it's almost like it was a bit of playing with his food just to get your money's worth out of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
in all fairness, that last night was pretty shocking. It was the only winner last night was Frank Warren.
Yeah.
You know, Frank Warren, Derek Chisora, Tyson Fury, they got paid. It's a pension fight. Good luck to him.
Definitely. I don't know why he doesn't just
paid to watch it. You're a mug.
I don't know why if he really wants to keep going, he's always talking about legacy and who he's beaten. Go after Usyk then. He's currently the hardest fight he's the hardest fight you're going to get.
Yeah, it's a nice crossfield ball from Mendy. Back in, they're looking to go. They're doing this really well, to be honest, going from inside back to out. That's where England are really dangerous.
On the break?
Yeah.
It should be with the pace they've got on the side. But I would say what England are lacking at the moment is a bit of movement.
Yeah. Well, this is where we'll see what Senegal are like now, because England are playing, if 4-5-1, almost everyone bar Harry Kane behind the ball.
Stat from Sky, plays on the most touches for England, Maguire, Stones and Walker. That probably tells its own story.
Yeah, but that's common. That's normal for most games. You know, your centre-backs are going to have more of the ball than most at the minute. It's just the way football's gone in this cycle of the way the game is played. Yeah. Shaw gets tight on
little flip from Bellingham. Back. Senegal got it again at the back, looking to long switch down the line. Walker's under it, heads it out for a throw. No. Saka keeps it in.
Handball.
They'll
check it. If anything comes of it, they'll check it. But
cuts
inside. Good save. Good save from the T-Rex.
Saka gets the line. Kane, for fuck's sake. Looking to get away with that because he's already lost control of it, I think.
Let's have a look here. That is handball.
Looks
as
like
blatant as you get. But that doesn't matter. You play to the whistle.
Stones doesn't get tight enough. It's a good hand to it, to be honest.
Yeah, he gets a good hand to it. It's a good effort.
It's a good save, that.
Yeah, it was a good save. Good football all round. Hits it into the ground. Gets it across the keeper.
And to be fair to him, he does well because he pushes it back wide rather than putting it back into the danger area. But you got to say, for all the ball England have had, the best 2 chances have been Senegal.
Yeah. I mean, they've been half chances, but yeah, they've forced...
Archie, like in your T-Rex comment.
At least they've forced saves out of the keeper that were meaningful saves.
Yeah.
This is what England were like against the US. Got the ball up to a certain point, but pretty toothless with it after that. Ball looking for Foden. And in all fairness, if you're going to play football like that, then what is the point of playing Phil Foden?
Yeah, because you're not getting the best out of him.
No, he's 5'8", and he's not going to win any balls in the air against anyone.
No, it's not his game.
Nice ball in for Saka.
Good defending.
Good defending.
Defender cuts across, puts him under pressure. There's a little bit of liveliness from England, though.
Oh, Thor, I'll tell you what, you look at the African sides that are still left in this competition, and it's far from beyond the realms of possibility that Senegal go through tonight. And it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if Morocco turns Spain over. They've got enough quality in that Moroccan side to give anyone a good game. So yeah, the days of African football being a laughing stock and being
that's a long way away.
One simplistic are well and truly done. It's Walker beaten in the air.
Well, how many Senegalese players now are playing in England alone?
I think there's about 4 or 5 either past and present in this.
Yeah, Manny was in England for a long time. He's now at Bayern Munich. You know, I think you said Morocco's very similar.
Mendy's, you've got Koulibaly as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just off the top of my head. Ismail Assar, another one.
I know though, suspend Sashinga, but Gay and Kanate. I mean, Kanate's been in England. Kouyate, sorry, he's been in England for ages.
Matt saying there, we CONCACAF are the laughing stock now. Not according to the American supporters I was seeing on Twitter last night, who actually were trying to have a pop at some Irish fans online last night because we didn't qualify. The difference is when we have to play qualifying, unlike the US, we have to play against real countries who have real pedigree. You know, just one of those things. We don't get to play St. Kitts and Nevis and say it's unfair because it's 2v1.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the Dagenham and Redbridge days. Although Dagenham and Redbridge would probably beat them. But save that for another day. It's not what Rashford is needed, it's what Rashford offers. Rashford gets his foot on the ball and he'll run at people. That's the difference. It's all well and good passing the ball like that. That's a foul. I mean, that's a foul all day long, ref. What are you waiting on?
No advantage to that. Bellingham's got it in the middle. Back to Kane, who's playing number 6.
Yeah, that's a nice switch of play. Out to Luke Shaw, who's now got nobody to hit because Harry Kane is sat in the middle of the park.
Foden did well to keep all that, to be honest, because
he did well to get out of the way of the tackle that followed it.
Very much so.
But you don't mind that. Nothing wrong with a good hard tackle in the game. And if you know it's coming, you just move the ball that bit faster.
I'll be honest.
We were talking about long jumpers, Matt. Fair enough, but yeah, you get my point, Matt. It's like.
But the other thing I will say is, I'm not worried about hard tackles with Foden. If you play for Man City, you're used to this.
A poor fall. Let's walk her out of position again.
Look at us, we got a yellow for that.
In fact, it is a booking. It is a booking.
I think that's a booking.
You know, you're stopping a counter. In the Premier League, that's a booking all day long.
You would say there with Walker, he does look like someone who's not played for a few months.
Yeah, the only thing you could say that Cuba are known for their football players, they have a kick about playing football before boxing tournaments. Yeah, that's Cuba. But that's the level of qualifying competitions that are in CONCACAF at the minute. And unfortunately, once you watch the FIFA documentary, you understand why football is so far behind in that region when you see what was done with the money. But that's for another day. Free kick for Senegal.
I was talking about, is it Trinidad and Tobago? They were agreed some sort of bonus. They wasn't given, and one of them went back to complain about it. And one of the players got told, "I can't pick you for the World Cup." Like, he was in the World Cup squad, but they couldn't pick him for the last game because he complained that he hadn't been given the bonus that was agreed.
Yeah,
which is just like, fucking hell.
Senegal have 4 in the box left, and it didn't come back in, but they've kept the ball.
Yeah, see
what they can do from here.
I could understand Senegal being upset though with Walker not getting booked there because roles reverse. You want?
Oh yeah, you'd be screaming for a booking. That's unlucky. Probably just slightly overhits it. Yeah, Diatta is quick, but he ain't that quick. But in fairness, when Senegal get into the final third, they look like constructing a decent attack. England are very passive in their defending.
It's the wealthier Senegalese manager. He's been there. I feel like he's been there for ages.
Yeah, he has been there a while.
Mm.
37 minutes, nearly 38 minutes gone, still 0-0. Nice flick on by Foden. Kane picks his head up, gets it into Bellingham. Bellingham isolates. Set. Jordan Henderson! Goal!
Henderson! Oh, lovely! The Liverpool connection. I mean, the future,
present, and future of Liverpool.
That's a nice goal by Jordan Henderson.
Get in, my son.
Great work by Bellingham. Just think all the ones who are moaning. Why is he being picked? There you go.
Yeah. Funny that, eh? I'm absolutely made up for him. Absolutely over the moon for Jordan Henderson. And Henderson, as a proper captain, gives the kudos and the credit to the player who created the goal in Jude Bellingham. But here comes the build-up for this. Luke Shaw, quick touch flick by Foden. Harry Kane spots the run from deep from Jude Bellingham. Cuts it back. Jordan Henderson, left foot, side
nice
foot.
Finish.
Nice finish. Keeper is poor for this.
Yeah.
You know, in fairness, the shot was telegraphed.
And it's not like he's whipped it.
No. That was telegraphed.
Please fair, because I mean, is his second goal for England?
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't get many for England. So many. Good on him. Unless you say that's England's probably first meaningful attack as well.
Yeah. But Aliou Cissé, the Senegal manager, getting the message on for the players to stay calm and stay in the game, which is absolutely the right thing to say. Senegal have been well in this for now.
MC says the current Liverpool captain and the future Liverpool captain.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Ball's gone out for a goal kick. I've got a feeling the referee is starting to get a bit antsy now with players shouting and roaring at him.
Matt makes a good point. Henderson does well to slow his arrival, just slightly to give himself and Jude the space. It's a good. It was a
nice pick out. It was a brilliant run from deep from Jude Bellingham. It was a lovely pick out by Kane, and Henderson arrives spot on, Matt, just at the right time. You know, he doesn't go in there at 100 miles an hour. He arrives when he knows when the ball's going to be played. But Mendy was poor for that. Mendy has to do better for that.
And similar to the France game, scoring 5 minutes before just before half time. It's the best time to score.
Ball comes up looking for Kane, doesn't go, goes all the way through to Saka. Saka goes on the outside, ball comes across, shot! It's gone over the bar. Over the bar from Harry Kane.
It's not happening for a goal today, is it?
No, but that's good from Saka to have, predominantly left-footed right winger who's not afraid to go on his right foot. It does Diallo massively there.
That's what confidence does for you, though, isn't it? When you're confident, you will go on your weak foot and not care.
Exactly. But as a striker in the middle, you know that the winger is capable of doing that. You'll make you run accordingly. You know what I mean? It's a lovely touch again by Henderson. Nice one touch from Kane to Saka. Back into his left foot. Cross comes across. Needed. You needed Kane there, and you needed Foden coming in on the back stick. Look at this. If you had Kane through the middle and Foden making that run to the back stick, that would have been 2. Absolutely, Thor. You're dead right. Suddenly, LFC Twitter will be... they'll be quiet now for the next few days on the back of that goal for Jordan Henderson.
But they won't.
Most disrespected player at Liverpool currently next to Naby Keita. 1 justified, 1 not. Kane was looking to buy one there. That's a brilliant play. Well cut out by Luke Shaw. Goes on for the...
It's it. Oh, it just doesn't get enough.
He did everything right. Had to take it.
He's done well as an attacking force this tournament, actually, Shaw, to be fair to him.
Have a go. has to go early. Yeah, he just
that touch just takes it too far, doesn't it?
Yeah, did everything right, bar that touch. Look at Saka screaming for it, but ball goes out for a corner.
At least he gets the corner. You know, he gets something out of it rather than going out. You know, rather than it coming to nothing. So cross comes in. Oh, still doesn't beat the first man. Saka flicks it on. Caught a bit late there. Bellingham tries to pressure the fullback.
It's gone out for an England throw. Saka's still down, injured.
Does just catch him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does catch him. That's such good football. That's such good football from Jude Bellingham.
Because he just wants to do is to play it across the box, trying to look for Saka, actually.
Yeah. But I think Saka's run takes the two defenders away.
And
Henderson's late arrival, no one was with him.
These two, I was going to say, these two get on quite well as well, don't they?
Yeah, loving that. I'm absolutely loving that.
That's like his celebration when he's scoring against Southampton the year in the league. Him and
Steve McLaren look alike in the crowd.
Is Chris eating Kev? No, I'm eating giant Skittles. And Kev's not told me off yet, so I'm going to keep.
I'm on Luke's side, so
yeah. Kev's not told me off for eating on air yet, so I'm going to see how long I go. Makes change. I know we go on these shows about pizza, do we?
Yeah. Mbappe was 9-1 to be the top scorer at the World Cup. Fair enough. Lovely touch by Henderson onto Rice. Rice stays strong under the tackle, drives the ball on, looking far post. Well cut out by Koulibaly. Ball goes out for a corner.
Nice work by England, that.
Yeah. Minutes go to halftime. Senegal are under pressure now. They really do not want to be going 2 down just before halftime. Foden looking to win an in-swinger. Here he comes. Ball comes in. Good height. Far post. Yeah. Koulibaly managed.
To be fair to Senegal, we talked before game that we thought set piece would be their weakness. They've defended set pieces quite pretty well, to be honest. Darwin says is it vodka and Lucasade? Very underrated.
No, just on the natural stuff. I've got to be up and I got to work tomorrow, so
I have the joys of working in Manchester for the next 2 days.
No. Not for me, that.
No, well, it'll probably just rain anyway, because, that's what he does.
Henderson, he's so underrated when he does that.
That's when he's at his best, when he does one-touch passing.
Yeah, that's a foul by Saka.
It's the right time to get a foul away as well, I would say.
Yeah. 2 minutes injury time.
It's one of those fouls where it kills momentum, but because of where it is in the pitch, you're never going to get a booking for it.
No, and in fairness, all he does is stand still. He's not obliged to get out the way.
Yeah.
Why is that a foul?
I think he needs his arse when he knows he's going to stop him.
So what? You're not obliged to get out of someone's way. If someone is stupid enough to run into you, that's his business. Honestly, that is one of those annoying things. There's a few annoying fouls you see in football that just shouldn't be given. That's one of them. If you run the ball past the defender and the defender stands his ground, why is it a foul? It's not. It just isn't. It never should be. But they get it more often than not. Ball over the top for Kyle Walker. I think he's been bang average this half, to be honest.
I think he looks like someone who's not played such. I think he'd start today, and it wasn't the whole England arrogant thing of saving for Mbappe. I just thought he's not played much, and playing him back to back might be a bit of an ask of him. Because the way he's playing
across the box,
the way he's playing today, I wouldn't want.
That's really good from Bellingham. Go on, look outside. Oh, take it past him. Go again.
Keep going. No.
One touch.
Clever ball.
2-0.
Nice goal.
That is a brilliant goal.
That is all Jude Bellingham. That is all Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. Bellingham's strength to stay on his feet. They tried to bring him down. Foden was the runner. You just look at the run that Foden made. It left Koulibaly with absolutely no clue which way to go. And Koulibaly did really well to even get a touch on the ball that Foden played across to Kane. And Kane slowed everything down, let Mendy make his move, and then slotted it.
That is a perfect. I mean, look, the last 7 minutes.
Here we
Perfect.
go. Strength from a
Flicks
young man in Jude Bellingham. There he goes again. Mendy tried to take him out. No good.
Takes the foul there.
Yeah. Left-footed pass into Foden. It's perfect as well.
Foden, that's what he does for City, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's one thing you say. Foden playing for City. They're one of the best at breakaway goals. So he knows how to play that sort of goal. That's a nice finish.
It is a good finish. It is a really good finish. A lot of power on it.
Yeah. Mendy's got no chance. Mendy has got no chance. I know we haven't been.
But Mendy can guess. That's all you can do is guess. You can go left or right.
Guess and hope. I hope you get something on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the power on Bellingham's run to stay on his feet
does really well.
Yeah, I know. I think Koulibaly did well to try to get in between Phil Foden and where the ball was going to be played. That was more good defending than bad play by Foden for me. You know, Koulibaly did all he could. He couldn't really do any more than that.
And that's halftime. 2-0 England. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, up until about the 40-minute mark, Senegal would have been pretty happy because
they were well in it.
They'd soaked England up, played on the counter, and created before up to 40 the two best chances. You know, I would say Sarr should have done better the chance he had than the other one. I think I agree with you. Possibly they had got in, they might have brought it back for the handball, but you know, they look dangerous. You know, the go-to for them is still England's right-hand side. Walker just looks miles off it. But
he does. Yeah.
Credit where it's due for England. Last 7 minutes, you know, two really good goals for England. All around, the man of the moment, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding. I don't think England will make any changes at halftime. If they do,
I would take Walker off at halftime.
I think he'd be the only one for sure. You know,
I mean, they won't bring Trent on. It'll be Trippier, but
yeah,
he just looks
2-0 up now. You shut up shop.
Yeah, he just looks done.
For me, I think the two natural fullback changes would be Trippier to left back, Trent into right back. You don't have to do them at the same time, but I think that will happen. That because the amount of work
Archie's going for 2-2 and Penn's still on.
Oh, it's still on. Don't get me. You know, Senegal have to make changes. They have to change how they're playing.
Yeah,
you know, they're going home at this rate. You know, but
yeah. If you're in the chat, thanks for watching. If you like and subscribe, that'd be grand. Because me and Kev, we enjoy doing these, don't we, Kev?
Yeah, we do like doing these.
We sound like two blokes in a pub having a chat and then forgetting the football's on sometimes.
Yeah, but that's half of it. That's half the crack.
Matt saying Liverpool should be all over this Henderson guy. He looks quite a solid midfielder.
He looks a decent player. You know,
he looks a decent player when he's not been flogged, I would say.
But see, this is the thing. That's why I love Henderson in that midfield three. Because it gives it proper balance. You know, you've got Jude Bellingham has the freedom of the park. Rice is good at sitting. And Henderson is just good at filling in. There was parts of the first half, right at the end, that ball where he took it was on the right-hand side. And just before he got the ball, his head was like on a swivel. He was looking for Saka already before the ball came to him. He knew where he was. The ball came to him, and he just instantly one-touched it straight off to Saka. That's the Henderson when you know he's on form, and you know he's playing well. He's just like he gets it, and he gives it off to players who can do something with it. He's really good.
But I also think that. I also think Henderson looks better when he's not been flogged, and I think that's probably what's happened at Liverpool too much. He's had to play more minutes than he should have done, but that's because players around him aren't fit.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that's the problem with the way Klopp wants to play.
Yeah, Matt makes a good point. It's the same with Fabinho. When Fabinho is playing well, it gives Henderson so much more freedom. It does because I think at the moment we all can see Fabinho's not quite had the season we'd want him to have, and that's probably affected other players because they're probably thinking, "Do I need to cover him?" Because I don't know if he's going to cut it out this time.
Yeah, a lot of it is down to trust. A lot of it is down to trust and not wanting to let your mate next to you down. And you're stuck between, you know, a stick or twist moment.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do? But I'm just seeing the goals here now. The one back to Henderson for the first one, absolutely outstanding, and a brilliant hit by Kane to make it 2. You know, 2 goals in 5 minutes at the end of the first half, and England are bouncing into halftime now, full of confidence. Cock a hoop. Delighted with life. I'll take every single little nugget in the hope that move happens. I really do.
Who's this? Oh, Khan.
You see the look in Bellingham's eyes to Henderson, letting him know he's coming to Liverpool.
I think he thought Henderson was going to butt him at one point. So, all right, mate, get a bit close here. Fucking hell.
Best of it was, if you watch the replay, Henderson doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't shout. He doesn't call for the ball. The run from Saka gives Henderson the space, and he just knows the ball's going to come. Absolutely made up for Jordan Henderson because of the amount of stick that he gets. It's unnatural for someone who's captained Liverpool to the league, to everything, every single competition that we've been in under Klopp. Henderson is the captain, and he's won the lot. He's won everything. And you get people slag him left, right, and centre. I'm like, get in the bin, the lot of you. Every single one of them.
Oh, listen, if you slag Henderson off, it gets tweets, doesn't it?
Yeah, no interest in anyone who just... Because they just don't understand football. You know, and that's all it is. It's just complete football illiteracy to be on Jordan Henderson's back. He's an absolutely outstanding midfielder.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree with you, Matt. He should be. He's England's captain in all but name, mate. There was the last game, and I seen ex-pros come out afterwards complaining about him because he's driving others on.
Yeah, I wouldn't like him because he'd be shouting at me and forcing me to try. Basically saying he'd force me to try hard. That's why you never cracked on to another level, mate.
Yeah, you know, it's like there was even during, if you go back to COVID times, you know, in COVID football, when there was no sound and you turned off the manufactured sound and you listened to Jordan Henderson on the pitch,
you could hit. Yeah.
He's an absolute dream of a player.
I think he's also like that. Robbo.
Yeah, he'll get every single ounce.
Yeah, Robbo has that sort of style of playing him as well, because you notice in co-football he was also one of the louder ones that you'd hear. Bad news, Kev. What's that?
Bad news, Kev. Both their dads are coppers, so they were just talking about the stress of the job. Look, absolutely. I get it. I get it.
But again, you're just seeing with people saying why is Henderson in the squad? That's why he's in the squad. It gives them balance. No, listen, he won't. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Henderson doesn't play against France because they may think because of his age and because, you know, he sometimes is struggling now with back-to-back games, mobility-wise. But that's why I think in the Euros final, England made the mistake, which was he should have been on at half-time because, listen, he's a good player. But I felt in the Euros final, the occasion got to Phillips a little bit. And listen, that's no disrespect. He's never played in the
he's very young.
Yeah. Euros final, he's a young player where I always felt at half-time they should have brought Henderson on, who is someone who's played in European Cup finals. He's played in big finals. You know, that's why you play a Phil Foden today, because he's played in domestic cup finals. He's won Premier Leagues. He's won big games, and he knows what to do. And that's what you do. You know,
Matt's making a point there. You think the thing is with Hendo for me is the last decade was I could be frustrated with him when he was playing, but when he wasn't in the team, it was obvious what we were missing, and that was Hendo. Spot on. You know, when he doesn't play, you miss him because you miss what he adds to everyone. And Dara follows that up with saying Henderson's a great player, but more importantly, he makes a team better when he plays. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we now have to watch Gary Neville celebrating with his smug fucking face.
That's your problem. I'm sat watching RTE, mate. That's not my problem.
Well, I've got Ian Wright, which is sound because Ian Wright's wonderful.
Yeah.
Roy Keane, he just looks like he doesn't want to be there, which is actually quite funny to watch.
Keane will calm everyone down. It's like, lads of Senegal, you're up 2-0, you're supposed to be.
Yeah, he'd be like that.
They're doing their job, like, they're doing their job.
Because when they would talk about the team, like, when he would talk about the team and said, oh, what, this and that, he just went, it's a perfectly balanced team. He goes, and look at your bench. He goes, England should win this as long as their mentality's right. He said, if it goes a bit when you say tits up, but if it goes a bit wrong, he said, look, there's plenty of options on the bench. He said, but we are where you are. And he just looked at Wright. He goes, but I know you're going to get excited because he knows where your right is. I think he plays that. Gary Neville seems to be a little bit less giving to. I mean, that was still the funniest thing I've ever seen. Was that Gary Neville talking about, I played right back for United for years and all this, and he goes, you remember that, don't you? Keane goes, you were the only right back at the club. That's the reason you played. Proper cut down his arrogance. I thought he needs that. That's the thing I can't be doing with is Gary Neville's face, to be honest.
Do you know what? I'll give him credit where it's due, right? Gary Neville was a brilliant fullback.
Oh, he was.
He was so underrated as a player because he wasn't fashionable. You look at what Ashley Cole did on the left-hand side, bombing on, getting... he was like England's answer to what Roberto Carlos was at Real Madrid at the time. That attacking fullback who could defend as well. On the other side, Gary Neville was the last of the stalwart fullbacks. Didn't get ahead of their right winger often.
I mean, to be fair, when he had
such a good defender.
I mean, when we have David Beckham front feet, you don't need to do. You just need to
give him space. The thing is with David Beckham was one of these players that was never blessed with pace, but all he needed was half a yard to play a ball.
Yeah,
the ball moves faster than anyone.
The mad thing is, if David Beckham was playing today, he wouldn't be playing in a front three. He'd be playing.
Oh God, no.
He'd playing an 8 in a midfield 3, or actually, he might be a right back.
He'd probably be a wing back.
Yeah, because you could play him like the way Liverpool play or City play. He'd be brilliant. He'd be brilliant as a right back, or he'd be brilliant as an 8. That's just the way football evolves. Good. I mean, look, good players will play in any position. You can find a way to play. The one thing I remember Ferguson saying with Neville, saying if he was 2 inches taller, he'd have had him as a centre back all day long. He said that's the only reason he became a right back. Because that's always a Carragher joke. You were a failed centre back, and he goes, "Yeah, I was too short." That's the new, and he learned to be a fullback.
But the other side of it is, there's not many centre backs who can make that transition.
No, it's not an easy one. It's not
being a fullback. It definitely isn't. No,
because these days.
But enough about Glory talking about them.
But they are right now. These days, fullbacks in modern football are either lads who weren't good enough to be wingers, or lads who were good in the ball, but just a bit too short to be a centre back.
Do you know you're seeing that more now in anyone is Tariq Lamptey. Yeah. Wasn't good enough to be a winger. Brighton are trying to convert him into being a wing back. You can see the potential in there. But defensively, he is just nowhere near the level.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
he just isn't. He's great going forward, but defensively, he is poor.
Yeah, another thing is, I'm not a big fan of Glenn Hoddle, but I understood the point he was making now. Is that, do you have if you have lads who are like, you look at 13, 14, you think they're not going to make it in academy football, they're just not good enough players. He goes, I'd start throwing them in goal just to see if they're any good in goal. He said, because if they become half-decent goalkeepers, he goes, football's all about playing at the back now. And he goes, if you're just an okay with the ball at your feet, he says, you get a career out of it now. So that's just a way of evolving people different ways. Yeah,
Thor makes a point there. That's all you, Chris. That's all you.
Yeah. Rob Jones has joined the chat. Listen, Rob Jones was brilliant. The problem with Rob Jones is he couldn't stay fit. And that's a big reason why Gary Neville, another reason why Gary Neville got a lot of caps for England was Rob Jones, unfortunately for him, suffered terribly with shin splints, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And plus Rob Jones.
Very similar to what Curtis Jones went through for the last year, really.
I mean, the good thing about Rob Jones was, and if you go on United, Dennis Irwin was probably the similar. He could play either side. He could play either side. Dennis Irwin was. It took me years when I was younger to realise Dennis Irwin wasn't left-footed.
Yeah,
you forget that because that's and Rob Jones had that in him as well.
3 half-time substitutions for Senegal. Saiss, India, and Diatta are coming off. Gay, Dieng, and
Sarr. Another Sarr.
Sarr. It's another Sarr.
Wow, gays.
But they have to go for it. They've got no choice. You'd imagine this will be a change of shape to more of a 4-3-3 or.
Well, they need to get the next. They know they need to get the next goal in the first 15 minutes. Either make it competitive, and then get yourself a bit like Australia. Look, it didn't quite come off, but Australia got themselves back into it and then said, right, I've got the last 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah, this is where England now have to come out and show the experience and manage the game, manage the ball. You saw the French doing it when they were up against Poland in the second half.
Seeing all these changes, I wouldn't be if I was the England manager, which is something that I don't think I'd ever be.
He looks a big boy.
He does look.
So they might go direct.
If you know they're going to go for it and really go at you, would you perhaps would you not bring Rashford on?
Yeah,
perfect for the breakaway now.
I wouldn't leave it too long.
No, Rashford for Foden, and just literally just to say for Phil Foden, this is all about pace on the break.
Yeah.
We don't need you to be. We don't need. You've done your work. You set up the second. That's all we need now.
Here we go. We're going. Ball goes out wide, long to Henderson. I think. Yep. Henderson is going to be a throw for England. On the right, no changes for England. It's as you were, lining up in the 4-3-3. Declan Rice at the base of it, with Bellingham on one side and Jordan Henderson on the other side.
He's done right, Rice, actually.
Yeah, yes, he's done okay. Looks like Senegal to me look like they're playing a 4-4-2. One sitting, which is Mendy, but the other four are going to go and hunt the ball and press the ball and try to force England into mistakes.
Just give them a different challenge to worry about.
Yeah.
Long ball down the middle, flicked on by Foden, which he did well to win the header, to be fair.
Yeah. So one thing I'll give credit, Pickford does have, and it is a threat to have. He's got a vicious kick.
Yeah, it's
enormous, isn't it? And if you've got players who are willing to run in behind, all you need is one mistaken header from a centre back.
I know he scored his goal, but Kane still looks half fit to me. Big flop there.
Yeah, they're going to try everything now. I don't blame him.
I don't like that Puma kit, though. I find the Puma kit's really lazy.
Yeah,
like it.
That kit reminds me an awful lot of the Cameroon kit in the 1990 World Cup, the one they evolved into. In the colour, it's that earthy green.
I still love that Cameroon kit that had no sleeves.
Yeah, that's mental.
Which really wound FIFA up, and so they had to play in base layers just so they had sleeves. It was great though. But I understood the logic.
That was 94. I think that was 94.
But I understood the logic. They just played the AFCON and it was boiling where they were playing. Said like, why do I want to wear sleeves? It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, what's a sensible idea?
Well, England are looking to play a bit of key ball at the minute.
What's been your favourite?
What Senegal are doing.
What's been your favourite kits of the World Cup so far?
I'll be honest. I like the Belgium one. I like the Dutch. I like the traditional ones.
Well, the Japan one. Japan one's quite nice.
Yeah. That's a handball.
Looks it. Saka's got
it. Hendo. Chips into the far post. No one there.
No one there. Surprised wasn't brought back for the free kick, though. There we go.
That's good play from John Stones.
He's had a good game again.
Yeah, he's been okay. The England centre-back pairing have been pretty okay, to be honest. It's a lovely ball from Maguire into Jude Bellingham. So
God, Jude.
Unlucky.
Oh.
Stick with him. Don't foul him. There's no need to foul him. Just, ref, there was nothing in that.
No. Bit fussy.
Yeah,
let's
see how direct Senegal go. With
Archie saying the Argentina jersey. Yeah.
Is nice. Argentina's nice.
I always like the Dutch kit. I've always liked the Dutch kits.
I always loved the Dutch kit, man. I think the Dutch kit is classic. If I was going to get a retro kit now, I'd love to get hold of the Dutch 1974 kit.
The two I'd get, the Dutch ones, is the 88 Van Basten one with number 12 on the back. Or I had a soft spot for the 98 kit, I think it's because I loved that Dutch team when I was watching that World Cup.
I won. Bellingham on the ball, Saka making a run. No, that's well defended by Koulibaly.
He's done a good game.
Koulibaly brings the ball out. That's really good play by Koulibaly.
Yeah.
He stays up with the attack as well.
I think continues running into the box.
Yeah, he'll drift back now.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of some of the kits from the 90s with the 90s design. The Germany kit with the ball into the box. Poor ball. Shot on from distance, but goes well wide from Mendy.
quite a few of the kits for '98 I quite liked. You know, they had the Nike ones, but I liked that. I think I've still got it somewhere. That '98 Holland shirt. I think because I like that team as well, but it always makes me think of Bergkamp and that goal.
Yeah, the West Germany kit from the 1990 World Cup was nice.
That is a nice kit, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, Germany kit from, what was it? South Africa. The black one. And it had the old style 90s Adidas down the sides. You know, the diagonal. That was a nice kit. I was hoping Adidas going to start bringing that sort of retro style kit back. I like those ones.
There's some good sites out there that you can get good retro kits in, but it's
with the Liverpool one with the ones with the three stripes over the shoulder.
Yeah, I like Hefson there. The Argentina, that's a lovely ball by
that's
Rice.
a good shout. That is a good shout, Hefson. I've just seen a shirt with long sleeves. Good shout.
Walker looking to go. Good play by the left back. Can't get his name at the minute.
Jax, is it?
Yeah, Jacob, sorry. Yeah, the Argentina shirt with the long sleeve. Ricky Villa was one that jumps to mind when I see that kit.
Oh, it was a clever idea, Henderson. Just need to lift it a little bit.
Yeah.
Shaw again sweeping up. Back to Stones, back to Pickford. He's going to launch it. No, back to Stones.
Yeah, I wouldn't be as confident of Pickford trying to play football from the back. But no. Pickford going long from the back, he can
distribute it long, but I agree with that. He doesn't like the ball at his feet too long, put it that way.
That's throw for England.
He's never going to do what an Editor and Allison does. That's just not his game.
No. Koulibaly is really trying to man-mark Harry Kane. He follows him quite a lot.
Not quite happened for him yet at Chelsea, has it? Matt says, white German with the black vertical stripes. I liked it at this World Cup.
That's a really nice kit. To be fair, you know what? That probably is my favorite one. That is my favorite one. That's a really nice classic kit.
Yeah. Interesting which ones these bring. You would think all four of them on screen now are going to come on at some point.
Yeah, I think you want to get to a stage maybe at 3 if you can.
Yes.
Kane on the ball. Lovely ball inside again. Bellingham on the ball.
Whip it.
Plays.
No.
Keep the pressure on, Kane. Come on. That's it. Back to Rice. Out to Trent. Come short. Or Walker. Out to short.
You wish it was Trent.
Yeah. Out to Saka. Back to Walker. Into Henderson. Back to Saka again. That's it. Just working from side to side. You're killing the clock and you're getting them frustrated.
Sure again.
Foden.
Thought he's going with his little dribbles then.
That's lazy from Maguire.
Stones again sweeps up comfortably.
Yeah. Stones feel his
Thor says the Denmark 1986 kit.
Yeah, that's a very good one. I think that was made by Pony, I think.
Let me go.
It had the chevrons on the sleeve.
Denmark 86 shirt.
Yeah, famous for Jasper Olsen, Preben Elkjær.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, Preben Elkjær.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. It's a nice one. That.
Martin Olsen in that side as well. Really good side, that Danish side. Brian Laudrup, Brian Laudrup.
Martin Laudrup as well.
Martin Laudrup as well.
Yeah, must be annoying because Martin Laudrup was a decent footballer. Just like his brother. His brother was elite. Just like his brother's Brian. It's a bit like how Phil Neville probably feels it.
Yeah, Phil Neville was a good, solid Premier League player, but
I do love that joke. Who wants to be Phil Neville?
By Declan Rice. And again, look at the one that Declan Rice made. Harry Kane, what are you doing?
Yeah, I do like that joke though. Who'd want to be Gary Neville? Phil Neville, probably.
Yeah. Look at the run from Declan Rice there. Look at it. How much space he had.
That's not a hard switch for Kane to do.
No, just chop it onto just chop it back inside.
And it cuts all our defense. It cuts all our defense out because they're all looking at Saka.
It was a really, really good run from Declan Rice, to be fair. Not when you expect him to be made, but you see it now and again with West Ham when he's playing in a two-man midfield. That
He does
when
that
they need to get back into games, he's the one that tends to go forward.
When he's confident, he will do that. But again, it's a trust thing. I suppose he knows.
Yeah.
If he bombs on it, he knows Henderson's on the cover.
Yeah. Nice ball over the top.
Henderson
over the top from Sarr,
Henderson will naturally sit as a 6 then if that happens.
Yeah. But you got to wonder now, how long does Southgate leave it like this before he starts? I suppose managing players' minutes is one thing, but the other side of it is, you're 2-0 up. You don't want to take too many risks, but you don't want to.
I'd still take Walker off.
You don't want to sit in. You don't want to start being negative.
I just don't think Walker looks right. Well done, Stones.
That's nice play. Good switch by Saka out to Saka. Come on, Walker. You got to go on the overlap there. That's Jordan Henderson. Unlucky. Bright idea. Not enough weight on the ball.
Walker's definitely not getting forward like he normally does.
Well, I suppose at City, the thing is, he doesn't overlap too much at City either. What he tends to do at City is he'll tuck inside more.
He becomes another centre mid almost, doesn't he?
Yeah. And when he doesn't play, good shot from distance. Mendy spills it, but doesn't go anywhere.
Look at there's no one falling in there.
Yeah.
It's a bad spill, really.
It is a bad spill. It's straight at him. It doesn't move. I think he's anticipating the swerve, and it just doesn't move.
It's a very odd technique, wasn't it? To palm it down under yourself. It's a very odd technique.
It's good. That's good play from Maguire. Senegal looking to go wide. They have to bring the ball back in. They have to try and just get. Oh, that's brilliant play. Well cut out by Bellingham. Unlucky. It's good quick play, but cut out well by Walker. Walker into Kane.
Switch it. Switch it on there.
Foden. Well played by Foden.
You go, Foden.
Ball in, Saka. And that's 3.
Oh, nice finish. Chip over the keeper. Lovely.
That's 3.
That's game set to match that. Now Southgate, make your changes.
Yeah, that's really good play from Saka.
Lovely goal.
Yeah. All the work really done by Phil Foden, to be honest. Stayed on his feet again, rode the tackle. Kane did well when he dropped deep to pick the right ball.
Mm-hmm. They've just been clinical in the last bit. From 40 onwards, it's just been absolutely clinical and they've had the chances.
Yeah, keeper is having a shocker, but he's a shocking keeper, to be honest. He's not a very good keeper at all. There's a reason why Kepa is playing more and more for Chelsea.
Yeah. When you guys played, I wasn't because Kepa.
Here you go. That's Phil Foden just riding the tackle, and lovely ball across through the legs. Yeah, cool by Bukayo Saka to have the composure to finish that. Lovely finish.
The little dink. He gets his hand to it, but he's gone down very early. Yeah, he's gone down far too early there.
I don't think there's much he can do about this, to be honest.
Archie saying that's no to pens.
Yeah. But look, all England can do is beat who's in front of them, and these are the AFCON champions, a side who are regularly used to winning games, and they're being clinically dispatched there. England are playing really well.
But it's really good. Should make the changes now. Whoever you think your key players are for France, get them off now.
Yeah. You don't have to start taking liberties. You just keep going. This is where you build players' confidence, and you.
These are much better than Iran, but that's what they did against Iran. They just chased the front three, but kept the pressure going. Yeah, because if you bring like a Rashford on or a Grealish, they're not coming on just to go. Let's sit back and relax. That's it. Thor, talk about kits. Still overthinking the Ghana kit in 2006, going for the Melchester Rovers home kit as a Ghana away top. I'll see. I'm going to have to Google it now, Thor, because I need to see what this kit is that you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think that Kyle Walker whipped the cross in. It hit Jack Jack to set the left back, but I don't think it did anything too much on it. That's 3 goals now in 3 games for Bukayo Saka. He's having a good tournament. He's having, England are spreading the goals around the side as well, which is good to see.
So, well, the home kit looks all right. That's fine. Away kit 2006. There we go. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's not a great kit, that.
Yeah, it's a foul by Bellingham on Salby. Acknowledged it straight away. It was a foul. It was good. It was good play by Salby.
I'm with you. So it's not a great kit, that. We could probably do a whole... Hey, Kev, we could do a show on that, couldn't we? Absolute shocking kits we've seen over the years.
I think there's definitely a case to have one down the line. But I'm telling you...
As well as your favourite kits, because favourite kits is also a good one. Johnson says, Mendy is 30. There's a reason no big club came from early in his career. Yeah, there's definitely an element of that. There's also an element. Some players do just mature at different ages, don't they? All get right.
Yeah, I just think that when he arrived at Chelsea, they were in such a bad state after.
I think it's a bit like when
Karius
came.
With Kepa.
I think it's a bit like Karius when Karius came to Liverpool. It was like anyone but Mignolet.
Yeah, but the difference is, look, and I've had this out with people before. There's Senegal on the break at the minute. Good play by Jordan Henderson. Wins the ball back in the middle of the park.
Well done, Henderson. Rice clears it. Kane.
Nice touch by Kane.
Touch. Oh, nice flick on. Foden cuts his side. Oh, he's just overplayed it.
Yeah.
Nice interplay, though, there. Sorry, Kev, you were saying?
I was going to say about Karius, that season that we got to the Champions League final, in the league, Karius was absolutely fine. He was decent. He was actually pretty good. Without being outstanding. Look, we've been spoilt with Alisson, but he was okay. For a young keeper learning his trade, he was fine. That final mentally destroyed him. Absolutely destroyed him as a player.
When you look back in hindsight,
he's never recovered, and he never will.
And you look back in hindsight, he nearly dropped a big Rick in the Roma home leg.
Yeah, but mate, I'd have the same fears now looking at Romelu Lukaku for Belgium. This could finish him as a player, this tournament, depending on how he copes with the fallout from this when he goes back to club level and how he's received in Belgium after that, because some of those misses were absolute clangers. But Ismail Assar is telling the physios not to come on. He just wants to get on with it. He was holding his knee there for a minute. They said Jack Grealish is going to be the first England sub to come on.
Oh, I'll tell you what I saw today. I saw the women's game. You'll love this. And I'll give Paul Konchesky his credit. This was top-level shithousery to get a timeout. Until he's cleared. Let's see if this attack gets cleared.
It's Jordan Henderson. Kane looking for the run in behind. Henderson is looking for that switch. Unlucky. Senegal cut that out, but he was waiting for the switch to the far left.
Definitely was.
Yeah. And Senegal read it and cut out the angle. He's having a really good game as Jordan Henderson again. Thought he was good the other night, but he's been very good again today. Credit where it's due. England have been good. But really Oshin is right. England and France should be a really good game. And it will be. I think it'll be a really good game. You know, both sides have obvious strengths, but both sides do have weaknesses.
Both
sides can be got at.
Tuchel's conservative approach hid a multitude of sins. For me, it clouds the Reece James talk a little too. I think it does a little bit, because you may have said Reece James is a right-sided centre-back or a wing-back.
Oh, no.
But the back four, he's not great.
No, Jordan Henderson's down holding his calf at the minute. That's just, that's...
Oh, it's a knee. It's knee on knee.
Yeah, Gay coming in on his knee, but it was his standing knee. He had all of his weight on that one leg. That's sore.
Yeah, like I said, but it's a sore one. It's not a...
you just don't like seeing that.
You fear, you don't hope it's not like a muscle pull or something more sinister. Not bad subs to bring on, are they, Rashford and Grealish?
Saka coming off.
Swap both wingers. Well today, Saka.
Yeah, both wingers, yeah.
I'm glad to see, because we talk about big misses. that penalty miss in the Euros final could really have destroyed him a little bit.
Yeah, because he's such a young kid as well.
And I was saying to you, I was messaging you when we watched the final, and I said to you, I hope they don't give Saka a penalty, because he's just had one of those games, he just doesn't go for you.
Yeah.
And you had that horrible niggle going, oh, I hope he... And I felt sorry for him because the final didn't go for him, look, that's the way it is. But fair to him, he kicked on another level for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And now, next major tournament, he's getting a couple of goals and playing with a bit of freedom. It's good to see.
Yeah. On Thor's point about Tuchel's conservative approach, hid a multitude of sins. Reece James, for me, is a wing-back. He's a wing-back who needs cover defensively because attacking-wise, he's really good. He's a really good wing-back. I don't think he's a very good full-back.
But we saw that when Chelsea had their real dip last season. Yeah. That's when they went to a back four. A lot of that was around the back four situation. And they came out of it once we went back to a back three.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Chelsea playing some games last season where they started in a 3, made substitutions that went to a 4, and within 15 minutes, they're making changes to revert back to a 3 because it was disastrous. I think by the looks of the amount of running and pressing that Jordan Henderson's doing now, I think he's going to be the next change. I think he's probably been told, look, empty the tank. You've got another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Give Phillips or Mount a run out them.
Oh, no, Calvin Phillips has to come on here now. Yeah, for me, you want to get minutes into Calvin Phillips' legs. Best way to do it.
I suppose England will be hoping if you're an England fan is if they have got a slim lead against France with 10, 15 minutes to go, you want to be bringing on a probably not a cold Calvin Phillips to try and help see the game out.
Yeah, Oisin pundits.
Pundits aren't paid
any
to do
pundit
analysis.
who said, unless you're a pundit saying that's advertising Andrex, then I don't want to know.
Pundits these days, I've moved away from doing proper analysis. It's now what can I consider as sensationalist that will get me noticed.
Yeah,
because then they'll come on and then they'll just claim it's a joke or claim it was just to get a reaction but get some work.
Exactly.
Probably starts in a bit more fan media because you expect bias in fan media.
Mm-hmm. In fairness, considering that Senegal had to really go for it, I think England have managed this period of the game so far really well.
I think because they kept the ball so well, I think that sort of it didn't give them a chance to do like a big opening 10 minutes where they really push and push and push.
Yeah. They'll just want to get through this game now, see it out. No injuries, nothing stupid. Just manage out this game without taking any unnecessary risks.
It would have been interesting what this game would have been like if they had a fit Sadio Mane.
He'd give you that obvious threat in behind. And I think
he's just clever with his movement as well, and he's got that bit of snide that you need to be a top forward.
But it's not just that. I think if you're playing a Sadio Mane up front, your midfield would automatically be 5 yards closer to it. Whereas
long kick there by Pickford.
The midfield and the back four are very close together.
Silly foul by Kane there. He's going nowhere there.
Players are isolated.
Kane doesn't foul him there. I think the England player picked the ball up anyway. Just a bit of laziness, I think.
I don't think they can go direct either. This thing.
Just try to now right on Stone's head. Not the best headed clearance.
Yeah, you don't mind them having a shot. You don't mind players having a dig from
block
there.
Again by Henderson. Kane jumped out of a tackle.
All right, one bit.
Switch out to the left. Henderson over. And Rashford. Cross comes in. Goal kick. Been non-existent today, has he? Saw really. I think was that shot in the first half, I suppose. That's
I know. Yeah, he's been isolated. I think there's a reason why he doesn't play on the left. I mean, we know he's predominantly right-footed, but you see it with Sadio. He's capable of going both ways, but he's got the trickery and the ingenuity, I suppose, in his game. Sarr is very, you call linear in how he plays, very straight lines kind of runner. He's quick, but he's very direct.
Not quite developed as I think people thought probably he would have done from a couple of years ago.
No, I mean I get the argument that Watford probably are pricing him out of a move.
Well, let's be honest. Liverpool wanted him before Jota.
Yeah, but did they really though? I don't believe that. I think that was a lot of white noise from social media more than anything. I don't think there was anything ever in that.
I think David Lynch put something about saying Liverpool had submitted a bid, but they couldn't agree any sort of payment structure terms with Watford. So moved very quickly to Watford. So Jota.
At a price, you'd look at him and you'd think, okay, he's a project. You might be able to work something with him.
Number 19 is coming on. Number 19 is going to be coming on shortly for Senegal. Who is? Don't actually know who that is.
Right.
Google.
Be one sec.
Senegal at the moment, a lot of just safe possession with the back line. Just seeing who's going to be coming on for them. Okay. Cut up by Grealish, who's in the left back position here, just holding the ball. Probably a bit too long, trying to win a foul. Plays it inside to Maguire. Nice turn, wins the foul. Bit of naivety there, really. England sort of got themselves in trouble with a little bit of left back and just a bit of naivety, really.
Yeah, Diaz coming off.
Yeah,
he hasn't really done much tonight. He's had a decent tournament.
He's not. He's had no supply to work off though, has he? He's just had to work hard, but
impossible task as well coming in to replace Sadio. I mean, is Jogee coming on, former Bristol City man?
Was that weird?
Yeah. At least with one thing with Jogee is you can go direct to him.
Question for Chris: France next. Will Southgate start Trent? Absolutely no. I don't think he'll even get on the pitch. He'll start if Walker's fit enough. He'll start Walker. If he's not, he'll start Trippier.
Yeah, 100%.
Trent will only come on now Trent would only come on if we were like 5-0 against France, which is never going to happen.
And even then, he wouldn't come on.
No, even then, he'd probably bring on a centre back.
Yeah.
There is part of me that wants to see someone like a Kyle Walker or a Trippier get rinsed by Mbappe because I want to see if they get the same sort of treatment. Well, it's the knockout stage. Can you trust them? Trent would. I mean, I think Trent or Trippier would have been fine in this game. I actually don't think they needed to take Walker into it.
No.
If anything, Walker's been I would probably say Walker's been the worst player for England today.
Yeah,
and that's just because he looks rusty.
Yeah, I don't think and that's all it is.
It's not. He's a good player. He's a very good player. He plays for Man City, of course he is, but he just looks rusty.
I think defensively he's naive and he makes rash decisions. I think that's the only problem with Kyle Walker. His pace hides an awful lot of deficiencies. Deficiencies in his game.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a very clever player. I think he's he gets himself into bad positions and his pace bails him out a lot.
Oh, Rory's
that's a more interesting question, Rory. To be honest,
good question from Archie about Trent. A similar question: does Southgate go to a back three?
No, I don't think so. I think if he was going to do it, I think he'd have tried it before now. I'll be honest. I think
he always does go back threes in the big games against the big countries. He always goes back threes, regardless of how they're doing.
I think the emergence of Jude Bellingham, I think, negates that argument because
possibly,
having that third man runner in midfield gives you such a threat going the other way. Plus, he's capable.
He probably does have to go with. He does have to go with
as well.
He definitely would have to go with Henderson and Rice as a two, though. To give him that. To give
Mason Mount coming on, which is a surprise to me.
I think he'd come on for Henderson.
Well, Mason Mount and Calvin Phillips are coming on.
Okay. So I would say Bellingham and Henson are both coming off.
Well, Calvin is just putting on the bib, so I think he might be going for a little jog.
I would say this for Mount, I think is a bit of is trying to build a bit of confidence because
he doesn't deserve to be in this side. Not on what he's shown
in the World Cup
on the pitch so far.
No. So this might be, but I suppose if you've got to bring someone on who's a bit low in confidence, bring them on at 3-0.
Yeah.
Where there's less risk.
That's a nice ball by Declan Rice. Declan Rice has been okay today. He's been better than okay. He's been pretty good.
Ready for a top 6 club move?
I think he's going to be clamouring for it. I think the press conference where he was talking about how everyone else in the squad is at or has played in the Champions League, and you only get one career.
It's a good point. It's late on Kane, that. Jonathan, good point. Surprised he's keeping older players like Kane, Henderson, and Walker. Yeah, I'm a little surprised with this. I mean, in the Iran game, I always thought it was weird that Kane rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
It looked like he rolled his ankle, and he kept him off for another 20 minutes. Like, well, the game was like 4-1 at the time, so take him off. Why risk him? First yellow of the game.
Yeah, Kane knew it was coming, so I don't know what he's crying about. No, he's wait. I mean, he knew the challenge was coming, and there's certain players you don't want to get a hit from, and he's one.
There you go.
Eric Dyer's coming on as well. Someone explain that one to me.
So Bellingham's coming on. Stones is going off. So unless Stones got a niggle or against Stones hasn't played masses football, though, has he, in the first half of the season because of injury? So is this just I wonder if these are just like sports science subs. You know, if you can, these are the ones you want to take off first. If you give me a choice. I mean, Dyer's had an all right season for Tottenham.
The coach has gone. I can't remember his name. But he's gone straight to Eric Dyer, to John Stones.
So maybe he's felt something.
Yeah. Definitely not the player you want to be picking up a niggle at the minute.
Oh, John says maybe giving Dyer some minutes before he goes 3 at the back versus France. God.
If he goes 3 at the back v France, they deserve to lose. Because the only way you can go with a back 3, in my opinion, with this squad...
Is he played Walker as a centre-back?
You play Walker as a centre-back, and you play Trent outside him.
Yeah. If England... Is it Friday England play if they get through? Or is it Saturday?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Saturday. Saturday, 7 p.m. Oh, I'm out as well. So you'll have to hurl abuse at England and another with somebody else next Saturday, Kev.
That's no matter. Ball comes in deep, looking for Kane, knocks it back, but... couldn't get on it. In fairness, with the raft of changes that I've had for both sides, the sharpness has gone out of the game. It's almost like Senegal have accepted their fate, and England are quite happy just to manage this and see it out.
I think so.
Can't blame either side. It's just...
This
must be really deflating for Senegal because they would have had high hopes coming into this.
Well, they probably would hope to keep it a bit more, a bit closer with 20 to go.
Yeah. No, I think they'd have fancied the chances coming in, to be fair.
Well, they had let's be honest, they had the 2 best chances in the first 35 minutes.
Yeah. Are definitely the highest scorers in the tournament so far?
They must be up there.
I think they are, I mean, 3 tonight, 6...
That's 9. 3 versus Wales.
Yeah, 9, 6. They had none against US, but...
So about 12 they've got so far.
Yeah,
Spain have got 7, 8. Spain have only got 9. France
had another 3 today.
Got 3 today. They got 4 against Australia, didn't they? That's 7. I can't remember what they got in the other 2 games.
They lost in the group by 1-0. So
they probably are, yeah. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
And to be fair, unlike the last tournament, they have spread them around the squad a little bit more. The last tournament, it was very Kane heavy, which it is what it is. But
and Kane would be relieved to get off the mark.
Yeah, because he wants, that's what all strikers want.
Yeah, just get one in.
I would have liked for the last 15 minutes maybe see someone like a Callum Wilson or whoever's Kane's understudy just get a bit of a run.
That's a lovely ball over the top by Henderson. But unlucky. Good cross by Saka.
Ooh, just ahead of Kane. Yeah.
But again, that was a lovely ball by Henderson.
10 minutes ago.
Henderson. Yeah, it was Henderson, wasn't it?
10 minutes ago. Give us a shout what you think for man of the match nominations. Yeah, Osteen saying England are top, and I think Spain is second in terms of goals scored.
Sounds about right.
I say in terms of goals conceded, it's only the 2 against Iran, isn't it? So I think even defensively, they've done all right so far, to be fair.
To be honest, apart from little patches in the US game, they haven't really been under any sustained pressure. That could hurt, and neither have France, to be fair.
Yeah, you don't know if they're defensively undercooked. Yeah, that's always been, if you go into Champions League football, that's always been City's issue when they've gotten to latter Champions League stages. Is they're undercooked in the court.
And the other thing with France is Deschamps is naturally a conservative coach, in the same way as Southgate is naturally conservative.
You tell him it's going to be 0-0, go to pens, Kev. So
it wouldn't be a surprise.
And Osteen saying the Dutch have only conceded 2 goals so far as well. Yeah, very true.
And the one thing that with watching Holland,
a bit late on,
they're quite happy not to have the ball, which is unusual for the Dutch. Well, they have no problem not having the ball.
I'll be a sore one for Greece. Just stood on his foot.
Yeah, really unlucky there from
just ahead. He said that's Spain who have no strikes as well. It's true.
Jordan Henderson coming off.
He's had a good game, really good game today.
Yeah, he's had a good game.
Is that Calvin Phillips going on, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's the right change. It's what you want.
One shot, 1 goal, 10k ran. Not bad, that.
Yeah, now they're playing with 2 6s.
Well, this is the 2 they played to get all the way to the Euros final, wasn't it? So it's the 2 that know each other well.
Yeah, but Calvin Phillips is definitely one who needs to play.
Yeah, he's very undercooked. I do think he's a little bit. I think probably because of England's lack of defensive mid options. That's why he's got.
Oshun's making a great point there about the Dutch keeper. He only made his international competitive debut in the first group game.
I think when I googled him, Wikipedia-wise, I don't think he's got 50 league appearances yet. He's been a number 2 most of his career.
Late bloomer. He's 27 years of age, and this is his first sustained period at first division level.
Mad that, he's mad
club level, yeah. But he is a unit. He's a big unit.
Tariq saying Kane could end up with hamstring issues with all these lunges for the ball. Yeah, he could do. I think he's lunging because I think he's not quite. So he's got 68 senior period. I had less than that.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are stop-start, but I think this season has been
his Wikipedia reads as up until probably this season, I've been a number 2 most of my career.
Yeah. Well, look, he's done all right. He's done okay.
He has, to be fair to him.
But this is the first Dutch side that I've ever watched who are quite happy and comfortable not to have the ball. And quite willing to sit back and sit in and just wait for their moment. And when it comes, they're clinical on the break.
It shows how little that watched sometimes of international football. I never realised how many goals Depay had for Holland. I always felt like he scored a lot for Holland, but I didn't realise he was like number 2 all the time.
Yeah, but he's played a lot. He's played for a long time.
Yeah, fair play to him. He does feel like a player's been around forever.
Yeah. Well, he broke into the side really young. I think he was probably only a teenager when he broke into the side. But he's always available.
Yeah, he's probably an example of, when he got his move to United, maybe it was a big move too soon for him.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where you look at someone like a Bellingham going to a Dortmund looks like the most sensible career choice and thinking, I'll get me a big move in a couple of years' time.
That's a really good cross in. But header from Sars on high, wide and handsome. Yeah, they're quite happy. If you're centre back, you don't mind the ball coming in from that deep. You see it all the way.
Well, it'd be interesting. Thor saying Louis van Gaal's rope-a-dope, not sure how that goes against better quality. Well, we'll see against Argentina, Holland, isn't it?
It's Argentina next. And I think that'll suit the Dutch a lot more. They won't mind Argentina having the ball because Argentina, the Dutch will have the game in front of them. You know, apart from Alvarez, they don't have many that's going to make runs in behind. So as long as you can contain the Argentinians.
Do you know anything of Alvarez? And you and me were talking about in the summer saying he just looks like long term he's going to be the better signing for City. He just looks a really clever signing.
Yeah, he looks a value for money signing.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
it's so annoying. It's annoying.
If you're Argentina, you're attacking the Dutch, and the Dutch are sitting in, and what have you, and you get on a break with Depay and Gakpo against Otamendi and another, then you know you're toast. So that'll probably be the way that game plays out. It'll be a good game to watch. And so will France, England. France will go into the game as favourites, but it'll be it won't be easy. It'll be a proper test for France. You know, for sure it'll be a proper test for the French. You see England there. They're letting the three boys go forward. That's a cynical foul.
Very much so. Should be a book in that.
Yeah, 100%. But the three centre mids now are just sitting in. They're holding.
I'm very surprised Walker's getting a full 90.
Go out for a big switch. Look how much space he's got out here. His show's got to get out now. That's it.
Quite heads are clear. A little bit of sloppy to start from England, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, they were really narrow. They were overly narrow, to be honest. Shot comes in from distance, has gone way wide. Four minutes to go, plus injury time, and I don't think there's going to be much.
Oh, sorry. So, Polkaczewski thing. So, the women were winning 2-0, and they've got I think West Ham had a free kick, and one of the wings, number 7, came over and had a shot to Polkaczewski. Didn't think anything of it. Literally, as soon as the goalkeeper gets it, she goes to kick it. Number 7 just collapses on the floor. Oh, my ankle! My ankle's really sore. Physical. Gets around, has a full team huddle, and then she stands up. Number 7 is like, "Come on, then play on. What's going on here?" The ref fell for this. Let it go on for another minute. We kicked off, blew up. Sub number 7 falls over again. Oh, my ankle's sore again. Okay, and then they took a player off to go 5 at the back. The ref fell for this like halftime team talk thing 20 minutes in, and it was dead. It was dead blatant from the fourth official, going like, "He's literally spoke to her. She's collapsed and she's done a fall over." And so they got to have a 5-minute team talk just to sort themselves out. It's hilarious. Hey, listen, fair play to Polkaczewski. If you can get away with it, get away. But Joe, you watch it going, it's the most blatant thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm looking at this now. If you're Marcus Rashford, sat on 3 goals, going, you know, with a few minutes to go, you must be sat there. Come on, lads. You know, just get me a chance. You know, but you look at Senegal, they're quite, you know, they would just want to keep it 3 now. They don't want to.
Yeah, they want it's stay respectful and saying like, I don't want 4s and 5s. No, it's understandable. I think England are also just thinking, just conserve energy now. You don't have to push for it.
Who would be your man of the match for today?
Probably Bellingham. He's key to the 2 goals. Henson's been very good, but I suppose he's been key to the 2 goals for half time, which, to be honest, pretty much killed the contest.
I agree. I Bellingham. I think
Henson's had a good game. I think Rice has been good. I think Shaw's played well. I think
Shaw's been well, yeah.
I think Stones has been. I think Stones was really good.
Yeah,
and
Maguire was fine.
Both wide lads have been good. Pickford. I mean, first to Pickford. He had one big save to make, and he made it. I think it might have been pulled back for a handball, but you know, credit where it's due.
Yeah, ball comes across, is cleared out, and
horrendous
I reckon
shot.
That's a conversion gone for 3 points.
I reckon he might have kicked out the ground.
Yeah, it's still going. But this was, you know, he was done there. Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish, yeah. That's probably the thing that why sometimes he doesn't start some of the big games for City.
Yeah.
I still think Pep will demand a lot of off the ball work, a lot of being more switched on off the ball. As much as everyone talks about, Pep is very into his his free flowing, very technical attacking football. He wants control, and that's the biggest thing he always wants.
Yeah.
Also saying, doing any more watch-alongs in the coming week, Chris and Kev? Don't know about me. Kev might be.
I don't know, Oisin. That's the truth.
Because
Chris is away.
I'm away Monday. I might be back Tuesday. It might be okay Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, there's no games Wednesday and Thursday, so it's
so I might maybe Tuesday, and maybe Friday, but I can't do Monday. I definitely can't do Saturday.
Yeah. If there's going to be anything, look in the Telegram chat or on Twitter. Just ask us on Twitter tomorrow. We should know a bit more of what's going on this week. Tomorrow, that's a lovely ball out for sure. Cross dinked into the far post. Rashford doing his best to get it, but
defender does well to put him off.
Yeah, he stays strong. But that's a good engine from Shaw to be 90th minute and still making the overlaps.
He's done well today, Shaw.
Rashford did well to just get anything on that.
Yeah, he did. Confidence and pace, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, only 8 attempts on goal
for Thanks, Chris. Like I need another reason to think Paul Konchesky is a wronger. Weak refereeing too. I mean, to be fair, I think I did shout to Paul Konchesky. The only good thing you did was leave, which I don't think he took too kindly to. And the referee, I don't think he ever ran, Kev. He has really floppy hair, and he ran like he was listening to Baywatch. One of those sort of dramatic runs that don't go quick. That's what he was like the whole game. This referee was hilarious.
What is Grealish doing there, man?
That's not where you do flicks.
Not there.
Not
in your own final third. That is just. I mean, why?
Listen, you could be a mercurial talent. You could be, a clever player, but it's that sort of silliness gets you. You've got your teammate in trouble there.
Yeah,
that'll be a sore one for Declan Rice as well.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that you can get a booking for.
Yeah,
and in a tournament they tot up. But this is a good distance, a nice angle. I fancy a goal from here. England will be desperate for the clean sheet as well. So
it's unnecessary pressure.
Yeah.
Let's see how he does with this free kick then. Who's taking it? Number 20. This is definitely a shot at goal. I don't think he's chipping this.
Yeah. No reason on God's greener for Grealish to be led there either. No need of it.
I need to break it. He only came on at 70
straight into the wall. Nonsense.
All round
no
shite.
No kind of technique. No kind of nothing. Nothing.
So it was all round shite, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stupid free kick to give away and a horrific free kick.
For God's sake, I fancy my chances at someone doing something better than that. England have a corner to defend.
Yeah. Bit sloppy this last couple of minutes.
Yeah. Senegal will want to finish off this tournament with a goal as well, so
a lot of this pressure self-inflicted, really.
It absolutely is. All this came from a poor flick from Jack Grealish that was just so unnecessary. Looking for a near post cleared by Kane.
Think so. Tends to be most traditional number 9s tend to be the near post man.
Yeah, Kane is actually very good at it.
Yeah, Shearer was brilliant at it. That was Shearer's job for England for years, was front post man.
Yeah, Kane
is very good at it. Whereas Bobby likes to be the middle of the three. When we do defensive work, he's the middle one. Because he's very good. He's very good in the air, Bobby. Oh, sloppy again.
You go around the other side and head it out for a throw. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There's no need to bring this on yourself. It's another chance for Senegal to try to get something. A lot of changes now as well. So, picking up your man. Just be first to the ball. Kane gets a header on it.
That should be it. I think that's it.
Don't
Lost control since Henderson gone off, mate.
Absolutely have, and that's full time. England are through to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Skype just put up saying England are playing in the World Cup quarter final for just the second time in 16 years.
Yeah, they don't have a good record in the World Cup.
No,
they genuinely don't. They, apart from Russia getting to semi-final, England don't have a good record in World Cups. Brazil, they were knocked out in the group stage.
Under Roy. We've also
it looks like Bukayo Saka might have got man of the match.
I'd have given it a Bellingham myself, but look,
I would have given it to Bellingham. See you, Oisin. Thanks for staying on, mate.
Yeah. I mean, fair, Saka had a good game though. It wasn't like it was he was horrendous or anything like that. He was good.
No, I thought he was good. There's plenty of good performances there.
I just felt Bellingham did the two key moments of the game, set up the two key goals. The third one was the icing on the cake, which just made it a lot simpler. Oh, fucking, that was
some really good goals in this. There were some really good goals in this game. None more so than Jordan Henderson's goal.
Henderson's goal. Kane's goal was good as well. Both good team move.
But England-France will be a proper game. It'll be a real test for France to see what they're made of. Check their mettle to see what they're like and see what they can stand up to. England will give it a go. That's all they can do. They'll give it a go.
I think that England-France game could be won by the bench. And that's always my question with Southgate is how quickly does he react when things are going a bit tits up?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Hannah got the scoreline right. Well done, Hannah.
Fair play to you, Hannah. 3-0. A good solid performance by England. They weren't stretched in any way. I mean, Senegal had a couple of half chances in the first half, but I think it was I don't know who was saying it in the chat there a few minutes ago, but after about 35 minutes, England completely bossed that. Even at halftime, the changes that Senegal made to go for it, they were missing too many key players. And that's just the truth of it.
Yeah, Idrissa Gueye would have at least made it more
stiffened them up a bit. Would have stiffened them up a bit.
Yeah, Czech Chiarte, whether you're playing centre back, would at least give them a bit more, something a bit more, wouldn't they? A lot. Mane would have just made them more of a horrible threat in the break.
Yeah.
So
fair play to you, Hannah. You got this one right. Absolutely bang on.
It's all right. Kevin, I've never got a scoreline right.
Nah, whether it's barely get us.
Whether it's the World Cup, whether it's the Liverpool game, I don't think we've got any of these right yet. We
nope. We barely get a starting 11 right, But
I've got one. that's literally my claim to fame this season. I've got one starting 11 right. Well, I think you've got one as well.
Yeah, just about.
But that's all we could claim. So we can't say much, can we?
Well, I haven't got a clue if there's anything coming up at 10 o'clock. There quite possibly is.
Shall we ask him?
We'll ask him. We'll ask him. We'll find out and we'll see.
We'll ask him live on air. Go on, a bit of fun. Is there a 10 p.m. show? Right, give it 2 seconds because Gav's done it pretty quick getting back to us. So we think Bellingham. Who do you guys think in the chat for man of the match? And do you think England will make any changes to that starting 11 for the quarterfinal? No show. It's just we're the last one for the weekend, Kev. You and me.
All right, cool, nice one.
So,
but I don't know how they're gone with the man of the match. I don't expect any changes to the 11. Maybe you might look at. I think he might look at Sterling, depending on what's going on with him.
Yeah.
I
think you want to keep a Foden in because you could, in theory, if say it's going a bit tipped up, we haven't got much of the ball, you could almost go to a 4-3 and just play Foden as a 10, just to basically stiffen up the midfield. Keep hold the ball and just go with Kane and the pace of Saka up front.
But I think the way France will line up is Jules Koundé will be playing at right back, and he will be your sitting right back. Theo Hernandez will be your bomb on left back. So
a bit
if you've got Bukayo Saka on that side, that might restrict what Theo Hernandez does on that side.
Yeah, it's true. Because I would say England probably do the same. Walker will be your sitting right back, Shaw told to bomb on. So He's probably in a similar role there. I assume midfield will be Rabiot and Tchouaméni.
Tchouaméni, yeah. But this
And
is where you have this is where I think Southgate has to go with your three-man midfield.
I think so.
I think France, if he decides to go with that front four like he has been with Griezmann given a free role,
That's
I
what
think a three-man midfield for England
could
give them a problem, you know, because Rice, Henderson, and Bellingham all can pass the ball, all can keep the ball, and are experienced enough. They're wily enough now. They've been around the block. They know what they're doing at this level, and I don't think there's any surprises in that French side. Most of them will have played against Mbappe before. They know what he's all about. They all know what Olivier Giroud is all about. They'll have faced him in the Premier League for years, so there's no surprises there. The one that you'd really look for, I suppose, will be Ousmane Dembele. You know, he's quietly gone about his business, having a decent World Cup, and will play on the right wing, but he'll stay wide. He will stay proper wide, and it'll look for clever runs from Griezmann while Droy show out and getting Griezmann in on isolating Harry Kane that way.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, I think France have probably got a little bit too much in the locker, but England are well in with this.
I still think they're better defensively. I could be wrong, but I just feel like they're a little bit better defensively. I think the key for England.
I think the back four are. I think Lloris has got ricks in him all over the place.
Yeah,
even
that's what I mean.
Poland today had chances in that first half and they had a couple of shots clear. I think they had one cleared off the line, and on another day that goes in. It's a different game. I think England can manage games just as well as France, and they're in a decent bit of form at the minute. So, I mean, look, people will make light of this win tonight, but you got a clean sheet against the AFCON champions.
It was a banana skin that you didn't need.
Yeah, you know, and you're comfortably winning this 3-0.
Yeah, there are definitely other ties you could have had, which would have been, you know, on paper less stressful. You know, England, if to be fair to them, made it quite routine in the end. But who is this Rabiot I keep hearing about? Because there's another guy called Rabiot at Juve, and he is dreadful. But this Rabiot looks decent. Yeah, me and Kev said he's shit, and every time we said he's shit, he's played really well. So
he's played really well.
We have to shut up, Kev.
Well, it might be a case that his mum has been really quiet this time.
Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, don't you wish this tactic with the Liverpool players, Kev? We did a watchlog, said, shit, that's Salah. Yeah. And then he just bangs at you, goes, well, God, wrong again.
Don't I look silly?
Don't I look silly? Yeah, but unfortunately, I think you have to mean it, don't you, Kev? Unfortunately,
I think you have to have gusto behind this.
And I can't do that with Liverpool players. I really can't. No. But anyway, listen, let's go because it's Sunday night. Kev needs his Sunday lunch. He's tired now.
Yeah, it's starting to hit me now. Hitting a brick wall kind of thing. 9 o'clock Sunday night. That was a long weekend, man.
Yeah. But listen, thanks for watching. I enjoyed that, Kev.
Yeah, me.
Always good fun. Good ones. So listen, thanks for watching. Hit the bell icon and keep an eye on socials, and you'll be updated soon what shows we're doing for the rest of the week. But until then, that's me and Kev out. See you soon.
Night.